Just off University Avenue, in the historic part of the University of Florida campus, is a love note carved into the concrete. It's been around for decades, but nobody seems to know how it got there. In the courtyard outside of Matherly Hall, it says, Cheryl, if love could be like trees, you would be a forest. There's no signature, just the year 77. Who was Cheryl, and who loved her enough to write this message? I'm Allison Clark, a writer at the University of Florida. My colleague Emily Cardinale and I are going to try to solve the mystery. From the University of Florida, this is Cheryl 77. We're standing out here in Matherly Courtyard in the middle of the winter, but it's a sunny day, it's mid-60s, and everybody's out going to class.
Hey, have you seen this before?
That's Emily. We're both introverts, so this is hard.
Cheryl, if love could be like trees, you'd be a forest. That's cute.
Isn't that sweet?
How long? Oh, 77?
Yeah.
Aww.
So we're trying to figure out who wrote it.
Go, Cheryl.
I know.
Photos of the message turn up sometimes in Instagram posts tagged Matherly Hall, but for the most part, the people we talked to had never noticed it. To find out more, we turned to an expert on all things UF.
My name is Carl Van Ness. I'm the university historian, and I work in the George A. Smathers libraries.
Carl's worked at UF since the early 80s, and his office is just around the corner from the message. It's right behind this planter.
Right behind the planter. Okay. 1977. What does it say at the top? I can't read that.
Cheryl.
Oh, Cheryl. If love could be like trees, you would be a forest. 1977. Oh, how cute. I have no idea what that's about. I assume. I'm surprised that they let that stay. I've never noticed this before. I've walked through this corridor thousands of times and never looked down to see that. That is strange. We could do some research on it. We do have a date, 1977. We can check the alligator to see if perhaps somebody noticed it in 1977 and wrote an article about it.
That's a good idea. So we talked about checking the facilities. We thought we might check the yearbooks from that period and see if we could get in touch with the Cheryls. It's a very popular name, though, for that period.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I think there's going to be a lot of Cheryls that we may have to touch base with.
Yeah, and we don't know the year either. She could have been a freshman, sophomore, whatever. So it should be easy to find in the alligator.
And that's online through the UF libraries?
Through the UF libraries. It's part of the University of Florida Digital Collections.
Carl offered to take us to Smathers Library to see what we could find. We walked around the corner from Matherly and up the stairs to the 1926 Grand Reading Room, where they keep the old yearbooks, which, ironically, were called the Seminole. The Grand Reading Room is definitely the most Harry Potter place at UF. It has gorgeous vaulted ceilings with tall, arched windows, old lanterns dangle from wooden beams, and all around are wood panels and shelves full of historic books. Carl told us the earliest yearbook was from 1910. He asked the librarian to bring us the 70s yearbooks.
1977. Oh, there is no 77. There is no 77.
Yeah, they didn't publish between 74 and 83.
There's no yearbook. So, but yes, there's no yearbook between 73 and 84.
73 and 84.
Yeah.
So there's no hope of getting, if she was a student, there's nothing.
Not from a yearbook, no. I think the alligator is your best bet. Yeah, so.
Why was there no yearbook?
Lack of interest.
So, no yearbook.
No yearbook, sorry.
Carl didn't find any mentions of the note in the alligator archives either, so our best leads turned out to be dead ends. But we weren't done looking for Cheryl. Next time on Cheryl 77.
You could go through the student directory.
Ooh, good idea.
No, it's not. Are we going to go through the student directory and go look for every Cheryl?
Patience, interns.
Remember, there are tens of thousands of students. Come on.
We're very hopeful.
Yes.
We won't give up.